Loki was the trickster of the Norse gods. He was not the strongest nor the bravest, but he was clever beyond measure. His words could twist truth into lies. His actions could turn games into disasters. And among all his schemes, one stood as the most dangerous. It was the trick that led to the death of Balder, and it set in motion the path to Ragnarok. Balder was the shining son of Odin. He was loved by gods and mortals alike. His beauty and kindness made him untouchable in spirit. But Balder was haunted by dreams of his own death. His visions were filled with shadows and despair. Odin feared these dreams were prophecies. And in Norse lore, prophecies always came true. Frigg, Balder's mother, swore to protect him. She traveled across the 9 realms. She spoke to fire and water, to iron and stone, to every beast and every plant. Each swore never to harm Balder. When she returned, she declared him invincible. The gods of Asgard celebrated. They even made a game of his safety. They hurled weapons at him for sport. Arrows shattered against his skin. Spears broke upon his chest. Stones bounced away without leaving a mark. The gods laughed and cheered. Balder stood unharmed at the center, but Loki watched carefully. His mind searched for weakness. His heart craved mischief, and he found a flaw. Loki disguised himself as an old woman. He approached Frigg in secret. He asked her if Balder was truly safe. Frigg replied with pride, "All things have sworn an oath to never harm him." Then she revealed a single exception. All? Except the mistletoe. It seemed too small, too harmless, to bind with an oath. Loki's eyes glimmered with malice. That was all he needed. Loki searched the forests. He found a sprig of mistletoe. He cut it with care, and from it he shaped a deadly dart. Small, sharp, and perfect for his plan. He returned to Asgard. There, the gods still played their cruel game. They hurled weapons at Balder without fear. Each one failed to harm him. The courtyard roared with laughter, but in the shadows stood Hoder, Balder's blind brother. Hoder held no weapon. He took no part in the game, and Loki saw his chance. He approached Hoder with gentle words. He asked why he did not honor his brother. Hoder answered, "I cannot see to aim. I have no weapon to throw." Loki smiled. He placed the dart of mistletoe in Hoder's hand. He guided his arm, and with a cruel whisper, he released it. The dart flew. It struck Balder in the heart. The god of light fell to the ground. Silence covered Asgard. The laughter stopped instantly. The gods stared in horror. Their brightest light had been extinguished. Balder lay dead before them. Frigg screamed in despair. Odin's face darkened with grief. The gods rushed to Balder, but nothing could save him. Hoder stood frozen, horrified by what he had done. But Loki slipped away into the shadows. His trick had succeeded. The death of Balder was no simple loss. It was the first step toward the end of the world. It marked the beginning of Ragnarok. For without Balder, the gods' hope faded, and with Loki's betrayal, fate could not be stopped. The gods swore vengeance. They hunted Loki down. They bound him in chains deep beneath the earth. A serpent dripped venom upon his face. His screams shook the mountains. Yet his punishment changed nothing. The deed had been done. The prophecy had begun. Ragnarok was coming. And all because of one sprig of mistletoe. Loki's trick was clever. It was cruel. It was devastating. And it was the most dangerous trick he ever played.